The call came at an odd hour, when most of the Galactic Council representatives were engaged in their species-specific rest cycles, all except the humans. Captain James Reed of the United Earth Forces sat upright at his monitoring post, eyes alert, despite having been on duty for nearly 14 standard hours. The emergency beacon flashed red across his console, a distress signal from the peaceful Vreni colony on Proxima Centauri 4. Incoming transmission, announced the ship's AI. Priority 1. James leaned forward, his weathered face illuminated by the screen. Put it through. The holographic display flickered, revealing a Vreni diplomat. Their translucent skin pulsed with fear patterns, tentacles trembling as they spoke. This is Ambassador Tool of the Vreni Collective. Our mining colony is under attack by Dren raiders. They've breached our defensive shields. We have no military capabilities. Please, anyone who receives this message, help us. The transmission cut off abruptly. James was already moving, sending alerts throughout the human section of the council station. Admiral Wilson, he called into his communicator. The Vreni colony is under attack. Within minutes, the human delegation had assembled in their tactical room. Unlike the other 18 species that made up the Galactic Council, humans maintained a military presence even during peace negotiations. It was a quirk that had earned them both suspicion and reluctant appreciation over the decades since first contact. Admiral Wilson, a stern woman with silver-streaked hair, addressed the group. You all heard the distress call. The Vreni are pacifists. They have no defense against Dren raiders. What about the Tullian ships? Asked Lieutenant Mark, a tactical specialist. Their vessels are stationed closer to the Proxima system. The Tullians refuse to engage in combat during their religious festival of light, explained Wilson. The Zoth are in hibernation cycle, and the Meskians claim their defense treaty doesn't cover this quadrant. James clenched his jaw. So nobody's going? Nobody except us, confirmed Wilson. Humanity's defense agreement with the Vreni has no such limitations. We're the only ones both willing and able to respond. The room filled with determined nods. No debate was necessary. These men and women had all volunteered for the United Earth Forces, knowing that moments like this would come. The UEF Intrepid can reach Proxima Centauri 4 in 6 hours at maximum burn, said Captain Lisa, the ship's commander. We'll be outgunned by any significant Dren raiding party. Admiral Wilson's expression hardened. Then we'll have to be smarter and fiercer than they are. Captain Lisa, prepare your crew for immediate departure. Captain James, you'll join the ground team. Your experience with Vreni physiology may save lives. As the UEF Intrepid broke away from the council station, messages flooded in from other species representatives. Expressions of sympathy, but no offers of assistance. The Dren raiders were notorious for their brutality, known for harvesting resources and sometimes entire populations. Few were willing to confront them directly. Typical, muttered Engineer Tom as he calibrated the ship's defensive systems. When there's treaties to sign, everyone's at the table. When there's fighting to be done, suddenly we humans are the only ones with functioning ships. Captain Lisa silenced him with a look. Every species has its strengths. The Vreni's medical technology saved millions during the Earth Plague. The Tullians' agricultural advances ended famine in our colonies. We fight because we can, and because it's right. The Intrepid emerged from hyperspace into chaos. 3 Dren vessels surrounded the small mining colony, their weapon systems carving through the remaining protective shields. The colony's central dome was already breached, atmospheric gases venting into space. Life signs? Demanded Lisa. Multiple Vreni life signs detected in the secondary habitat ring, reported the sensor officer. They've sealed themselves off, but the Dren are cutting through. Lisa didn't hesitate. Weapons target the nearest Dren ship. Communications. Inform the raiders that they are in violation of Galactic Council law and must withdraw immediately. The Dren response came in the form of energy torpedoes launched toward the Intrepid. They've made their choice, said Lisa grimly. All hands, battle stations. What followed was a display of the tenacity that had become humanity's trademark in space. Though outnumbered, the Intrepid executed maneuvers that the larger Dren vessels couldn't match. Engineer Tom's modifications to the shield systems absorbed punishment that should have crippled the ship. Meanwhile, James led the ground team through the colony's emergency access tunnels. They found Vrani civilians huddled in sealed chambers, the young ones gathered protectively in the center. United Earth Forces, James announced, his translator converting his words to the melodic Vrani language. We're here to evacuate you. The Vrani elder's skin flushed with relief patterns. Humans. Only the humans came. Above them, the space battle had turned. One Dren vessel was disabled, another retreating. But the third had landed assault forces. As James's team led the Vreni evacuees toward the extraction point, they encountered Dren raiders in the corridor. Tall, armored figures with weapons designed to harvest organic matter as much as to kill. "Get back," ordered James, positioning his soldiers between the raiders and the civilians. What the Dren didn't understand, what many species failed to comprehend, was the ferocity humans could summon when protecting others. The firefight was brutal but brief. When it ended, the corridor was secure, and the human soldiers were escorting the last of the Vreni to the waiting shuttles. As the Intrepid broke orbit with the survivors aboard, Admiral Wilson received a transmission from the Galactic Council. "The Council extends its gratitude for your intervention," said the Meskian representative, their compound eyes blinking uncomfortably. "Though we note that such military action without full Council approval is technically a violation of protocol." Wilson's reply was measured but firm. "When the Protocol Committee can respond to distress calls as quickly as Dren raiders, we'll happily wait for approval. Until then, we'll continue to honor our promises to our allies." The transmission ended, and Wilson turned to find James watching. Her. "They'll never understand, will they?" he asked. "Perhaps not," she replied. "But understanding isn't required. Results speak for themselves." In the medical bay, Captain Lisa watched as human doctors worked alongside rescued Vreni healers to treat the injured. Despite the differences in biology and culture, they moved with shared purpose. "You fought for us when no one else would," said Ambassador Tull, who had survived the attack. "The Vreni will remember that it was human fierceness, the very quality, some on the Council fear, that saved us today." Lisa smiled slightly. "It's not fierceness alone that brought us here, Ambassador. It's the belief that strength means nothing if not used to protect others." As the Intrepid set course for the Council station, carrying both human crew and Vreni refugees, that truth echoed through the stars. When crisis came, when peaceful words failed and danger loomed, only the fierce humans had come to the rescue, and they always would.